Welcome back to another video of this course. In our last video, we have updated our mobile number using username, and we have also done in previous videos mode variation to update the record. So now in today's video, we'll understand how to delete a record. So now let's straight jump into. So we'll go to our interface, we'll create our method called void delete, and we'll pass our value which will be id. So it will take an accept a variable, and then we will go back to our implementation class where we will implement this method. We will override that method. Then we will create public void delete, take the variable integer id. Then we are going to create our object customer detail, and then we will call our EntityManager. Then we will call our customer detail class, and then we will pass our id. Then we will call our EntityManager, and then we'll call the method remove, and we'll pass our customer detail. Now we'll come to our application. Here we'll create our method delete customer details by id, and then we'll pass our DAO, and then we'll create this method private void delete customer detail by id, pass our customer detail DAO, and then we will create a variable customer detail id. For now we'll pass, for example, id 1. Then we'll do the system out, deleting customer detail of id, and then we will pass our id, and then we will call our customer DAO method dot delete, and then we will pass our customer detail id. Then we will do record deleted. We also need to do one more thing, is that because we are modifying our database, so we need to add our what? Transactional annotation. Yes, you are right. We need to add our transactional annotation because in our previous videos you understand why we need it. So we need to add our transactional annotation. Now we'll come to our application and we'll go and see whether what ID is present in our database. So we will be taking this ID which is 102. So we'll be deleting Sam from our database. So now we will come back to our and we'll update ID to 102. Okay, we'll verify, we'll just refresh it. So right now record is present, and we will just run our application and we will see what happens. We'll wait for a while, just maximize it. Perfect. Deleting record of details of ID 102. Let us just fix a small thing, typo. Okay, and just give a bit of a space. Yeah, perfect. So we have deleted 102, and let us see now the record has been deleted. Now let us do it one more time. Now we will try 52. So let us do it 52. Now rerun our application. We will just clear this thing and now we will rerun it. We can also right click and run. Because we have disabled the initial log, so that's why nothing is printing. Okay, so log has been printed, record deleted with ID of 52. So now we'll come back to our database, we'll verify it. Perfect. We have deleted our record. So now we need to do one more thing before we proceed to another way of deleting the record. So now what we need to do is, we'll comment our delete customer detail by ID and we will enable our add customer detail. So why are we doing this? Because we need to insert little more record and we don't want to do it from SQL because we are not SQL developer, we are Java developer. So now we'll come back here and we will go where that method is, so we can directly jump to that method and we will just we have the entries in here, so we will enable first, we'll insert mark first and then we will insert our Sam. Okay, the reason there is no sequence for this, but for now I want to make it consistent, so that's why I am following a sequence, so it will look beautiful. So the record will come 1000 or 1002. We are not, this ID is automatically generated with the Hibernate sequence, but for this ID is defined by me, so that is not an issue. So now let us rerun our application and we will see that it will insert the record. Perfect, it has been inserted and our ID is 152. So now we have inserted this 152. Now we'll come back to our database. Okay, perfect. So our ID is 152. Oh, it's quite easy, right? So now it's just 152 and it is 52. So we can just delete one more time. Okay, let's play around. We'll delete it one more time and we'll then add it later, no issues. So we'll comment over this code. We will enable this code. So it is 152. We just copy paste in here. So we'll rerun it. We'll delete one more time. Perfect. So now whatever we have inserted just now, we have deleted again. Wow, this is so cool. The idea was I shouldn't do this, but the reason I did, because it was 152 and 52 was there, so it was like 1 in a million scenario because our ID was 52 and luckily we got 152. Anyhow, so now we have enabled our customer detail. We'll reinsert our mark again. So let us rerun it and let us insert. Let's see what ID we get. It is system generated, but yeah, it's quite interesting. Okay, perfect. If you are watching till now, subscribe to my channel. So we have 202 and then we will see. Okay, perfect. We have 202. Now we'll do one more time. What we will do into it? We'll just insert Sam also. So let us insert Sam. Perfect. Sam is also inserted. Sam ID is 252. Now perfect. So now the reason why we reinserted our record is because we will do one more method. Because right now we deleted based on delete customer detail by ID. Okay. So now we'll do one more thing, which is what? We will delete all the records. How to delete all the records? We have spoken in our last couple of videos that we can write our queries in our code. Straight jump into. So we'll create a method called delete all, and then we'll pass nothing because it is just to delete all. Now we'll come to our implementation class, and then what are we going to do is just minimize this. Let us implement that method. So we will override it and then we will create a modifier as public, then int delete all. So open our brackets and then int deleted customers details. Okay. And we'll open our entity manager, then we'll call our createQuery. So earlier we were using what? We are directly calling our entity manager dot the method. Now we will write our query. Delete from, and if you remember correctly, this is not the table name, this is the class name. Customer details dot execute update. Now, because our return type is int, so we need to return also. So what we will return? We will return our variable. So what this will return is, it will return the number of records deleted. So it will be stored in this variable and then it will return to this method. Now we will come to our application, create one more method, delete all customer detail for our DAO, and then just create a method. And then we will call our customer DAO dot delete all methods. Simple. We'll do sys out, and we can also do one more thing. Instead of storing in a variable, we'll directly log it. So you will know that how many I think we better stored it in a variable. We will just print it. Number of records deleted. Should look beautiful. Perfect. Now what we need to do is, we need to go and see that how many records were present in here. So as you can see, we have 4 entries in here, and now as soon as we run it, we will let us see whether we have added transactional. You see, we have not added transactional, so it will throw an error to us, but let us add it. Okay, now let us run it and see what will happen. Okay, there is an error even after added transactional. So okay, I think we have faced this issue earlier. Yeah, it's just a typo. Yeah, so cannot resolve target entity customer detail. And you see that in our troubleshooting, what we have learned, line number 30, which is entry point of this method, then 36 calling this method, and then application 16, which is the start point of our application. And you see at line number 131 we have an issue. So now what is the issue? We know what is the issue. What is our issue is because there is no entity name customer detail. Entity name is customers detail. One S was missing, so that's why we got this issue. So yeah, you see, one small S is causing us so big error. So no need to worry. We'll go and verify whether records present. So nothing happened also, right? So there was an error, so it was not deleted. So now let us rerun it and let us recheck it. Let's just clear the log. Okay, perfect. Let us rerun it. Perfect. So as you can see, deleting all the record of customer details, number of records deleted is 4. As you can see, we have 4 records, 4 entries, so we are getting that result. So we can also check when we have 0 entry, we can also check no records found. That we will do in our later videos, but for now I hope this is clear. Now let us do one more thing, right? Because in our future videos we might require it, so we will not leave it like this. We will just comment this, we'll enable our add customer detail, because later we'll save some time. We can do it any time, but yeah, for now we do it now, so that's all right. Never do it, there is no tomorrow, so do it today itself. We will run it now. See whether it should have at least one record. No, you don't need to insert all, but at least should have one record. Perfect. So we have one record, no issues. So that's all. If you're watching till now, subscribe to my channel. Thank you.